MrMFretwell, and welcome back to my Minecraft tutorial series. This is episode 96, and in today's episode we're gonna be doing something we should have done a long time ago, and that is today we are gonna tame some wolves. So we're gonna get some pets here to accompany Alfred. He's been on his own for quite some time here, and he needs a friend to kind of keep him company. So we're gonna get him a wolf pack to look after. So the idea behind today's tutorial is going to be, we're going to look at how wolves work, some of the cool features that they have, and how to breed them and all that stuff. In today's episode we're going to build a little kennel, or whatever you want to call it, in the corner here, and then we're going to head out and we're going to find some wolves. We're going to look at how to tame them, and as I say, some of the features that they have. So I never build with acacia. I find that it's probably one of the ugliest wood colours, period. So I'm going to kind of break my cardinal rule here, and I'm actually going to build something out of acacia, because I do want to kind of show off at least one of the new wood types here. And in fact, I'm going to need some more wood. So this is just going to be a simple kennel, nothing too advanced. I believe if you were in America these are called dog houses, but I couldn't be 100% sure. Let's get some more planks here. Just a very, very small type build. Nothing too extensive. It's kind of a little cool idea that I wanted to try out and see how it works. So I don't really want that necessarily there. God, this wood looks so ugly. I just don't know how you could ever use this. I never know what you would use it for. I guess we could put a sign on there when we've named our wolf as well. So we've got a nice little dog house there. We're going to put down some carpet so that they have a nice floor to sit on. I could build another one. I might build another one in here, possibly out of dark oak. But I kind of like the room that we have, honestly. Being able to get around and everything, so I think that's going to be good for now. So just a quick little dog house there for you, or as we call it in the UK, a kennel. So now that we've built that, we're actually going to look at wolves. So I believe that there are some wolves in this taiga biome here, so we're going to take a look and see if we can find some. So wolves will only naturally spawn in taiga, mega taiga, cold taiga M, and forest biomes. I apologise for that rumbling in the background. The boiler is still not working correctly, and it doesn't look as if it's going to get fixed anytime soon. So we're going to have to kind of deal with that being a regular fixture on our agenda, I'm afraid. So I apologise for that considerably. So let's see. I wouldn't know really where to look, but maybe if we head down here we might run into some. They're fairly rare. They don't necessarily spawn in every biome that you come across. Obviously this is a 1.6 generated taiga biome, so in 1.7 you'd be looking at both the snowy and the snowless taiga biomes. This one is a regular one, and if we don't find any in a minute here, I'll just cut the camera until we do. I know for a fact I have seen some in this forest, but it was such a long time ago now that I couldn't recall where they were. I mean, we're talking possibly, a year or more ago now that I even last went looking for wolves, honestly. It's been such a long time here. There is a forest biome over here that we could check as well. Maybe I saw them over here. There's a bunch of caves around here I've never explored either. That may be something to look into doing. I think I've been over here a little bit more though, so I imagine that I would have seen if there would have been some in this forest. Then again, this doesn't really look familiar, so I don't know where the old and new terrain border is. Probably not all that far away, to be honest. Oh wait, I know where this is. This is where that NPC village is. Yeah, right there. The very first village we found in the world here. Doesn't look like any wolves though. There is a jungle over here, and that's going to help for next episode when we look at ocelots and how to tame them and stuff like that, but that's not for today's episode, unfortunately. So what I'm going to have to do, I think, is actually go out off camera here and try and find some wolves. And when I find some, I'll bring you guys back in. So I will be right back, guys. Why is it when you're looking for something you can never ever find it? This has probably took me 10 or 15 minutes worth of searching, and I ended up coming out here not too far away from where the horse plains are. They are that way, but I found a pack of wolves here, and we've got 3 here, and I think there's another one off in the distance somewhere nearby over there. But we're going to focus on this pack here for the time being. So, as I've already said, they're only found in the wild, and you must tame them before you can do anything with them. Now, if you hit one, then that wolf will attack you. They do a little bit of damage, but not only that, all the other wolves in the area that are hostile, well, passive, I guess, because they don't attack you, will also attack you. Wolves will also attack, as you can see here, the piece of wool will attack any nearby sheep over time. So, probably in a minute here, we'll see this wolf will go for the sheep and hunt him down. Oh no, he's got his eyes, I think, on maybe on that sheep over there. It's hard to tell. And they kind of, they just hunt sheep. It's part of their natural behavior. I would like to try and catch one in the act of doing it, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen today, I'm afraid. Ah, he did kill that sheep. So that's just something to bear in mind. You might want to keep your sheep pens away from passive wolves, and that's kind of brings me to my next point. These mobs are passive. Unless I hit them, similar to Enderman, they won't attack me. So do bear that in mind. And they work similar to zombie pigmen in the sense that if you do hit one, others in the area will also become aggravated. And there's an easy way to tell their skin changes and looks a lot more aggressive than it would otherwise do. So that's kind of just a bit of a basic introduction on how these guys work here. So they can be tamed first. You must tame them, and you need bones for this. So a good skeleton trap will help you out there. And when you hold a bone out or some meat, it will kind of put its head on one side like that, as if to beg for it. And if you put it away, it will just revert. As you can see, it's a pretty cool effect. So in order to tame a passive wolf, we might actually, I was thinking he might actually go and kill a sheep there, but maybe not. In order to tame one of these guys, you must feed them bones. So right click on the wolf, and it's going to require a random number of bones. Each bone has a 1 in 3 chance of taming the wolf, and it will usually do it within 12 bones. You will have tamed that wolf. So I think the percentage of taming increases depending on the amount of bones that you use. So that's pretty cool. As you can see, we now have a tamed wolf. He looks a little bit different to the passive ones. He will not attack any nearby sheep, unlike the passive wolves. And that's what it looks like. So at the moment he is in the sitting position. You can right click and you can get him up, or you can right click and sit him down again. He will follow me around unless I tell him otherwise, and you do that by making him sit, right clicking. And we're going to get another wolf here. I'm going to get this guy as well. There we go. And we're going to make them both walk. And they will walk towards me, as you can see. That's what this guy's doing here. And what we're going to do now is we're actually going to head back to base, where we can talk a little bit more about the way breeding works with them, and the way you can dye their collars as well. And we can also kind of demonstrate their walking mechanics. Now, you have to be very careful with these guys. They can get damaged really easily. Now, you can heal them up, but it's important to keep them away from water if you can. Now, if you tell them to sit, like I just did, when they're tamed, what will happen is they will not move. So, you can kind of leave them in a safe spot, and if you want to go out and explore or go cave-in, things of that nature, then you can do so. And while we're actually here, there's a couple of passive animals around. I would like to show you a little bit of wolf combat. So, if I hit this chicken, take a look at what happens. As you can see, that wolf killed the chicken. We'll try it on a cow as well. The wolves will now target that cow until the cow is dead. As you can see, there it goes. And you get the drops. So this could be pretty useful, actually, for making simple farms using wolves and stuff like that. Now, this doesn't just work for passive animals like chickens and cows, it also does work for hostile mobs. It works for skeletons, it works for zombies, endermen, pretty much every hostile mob apart from creepers. They will not attack creepers, and that's kind of obvious in a sense, because one creeper blast and these guys will be dead, even though they do have a decent amount of health. I think they have the same health as what I do. And each attack, so whenever it attacks a mob, will do 2 hearts of damage, so 4 hit points, which I think is about the same. And I mean, I couldn't be exact here, but I think it's about the same as maybe a stone sword somewhere there, just a regular default stone sword. So they're not bad, and if you have them in large numbers, they can be a very good tactical weapon to use. So do bear that in mind. See, we want to steer clear of things like ravines and stuff like that. Now, if you get too far away from wolves, then what will happen is they will teleport to you, and we've not really experienced that yet. They can swim, albeit the fact that they can't swim very well, so you have to bear that in mind. Now, if you do want to take them sort of through the ocean, what you can do is you can give them a new water breathing potion that we talked about in the last episode, and that will help them a little bit. As you can see, this wolf just teleported closer to me. And that's just something that wolves do so that they don't get too far behind. So you'll probably see in a minute here, they'll teleport up either side of me. There you go. As you can see, they're kind of teleporting up next to me. Mindful of any holes for the time being. I just want to get them back safely to base. Do I have any ender pearls left? I have some. And they'll teleport to me if I use an ender pearl. I don't think that was a nighttime spider. I think that was a spider in a cave. So I believe our base is just through that crevice right there, I think. Again, I don't go out too much at night, honestly. It's not something I do excessively. I don't think we're quite back yet, actually. Let's toss an ender pearl up the hill here. As you can see, my wolves teleport to me. I don't want to be messing with you right now, my friend. You're not what I'm interested in. So, let's continue on over the hill here. And let's get back to main base, which should be, I think, just around this corner. Yeah, here we go. And I'm just going to jump in a bed somewhere, probably the brewery bed. Oh boy, spiders. So I guess now you'll be able to see the wolves will attack that spider. Nice job. I like it. Mindful of those zombies over there. Let's try it out again on another spider here. The wolves will attack the spider and kill him. And also, this doesn't just work if I hit the mob. If the mob hits me, or a skeleton shoots me with an arrow, for example, then they will target the skeleton. I don't actually have to hit them. Again, this doesn't work with creepers, though, so do bear that in mind. Oh, that lamp doesn't seem to be working. Something must have changed there. That's something to look into, I guess. I don't think there's any hostile mobs around here that I could really show you that mechanic. Oh, there's a skeleton up here. Maybe if we can lure him down. Possibly. Shoot me. Oh, it's not going to work, is it? Because he's the other side of that fence. You're not the best target, I'm afraid, dummy. Let's see. There's a spider over here, actually. They should teleport to me before I reach the spider. Another spider. Right, I only want one. So, spider hit me. They will target the spider. But bear in mind that when the wolf hits the spider, then the spider is going to stop targeting me and it's going to target the wolf. And it, as you can see, it took some damage there. And we're going to talk about damage and how you can heal them up once they've taken damage and stuff like that in a moment here. Now that we've demonstrated that, I'm just going to quickly pass the night. So, that's kind of the way their attacking mechanics work, and they're pretty useful. The only problem with them sometimes is they can get in the way. That can be the big issue. Aside from that, kind of going back to the sit-in topic, we never really finished that. You can tell them to sit, like this, or you can go to, there's a couple of other exceptions, like you can go to the nether or the end and they won't follow you. Stuff like that. Thanks for the helmet there, buddy. So while they're sat, I can go and hunt mobs, and they won't teleport to me, or they won't attempt to target that mob at all, because they've been told to sit, essentially. So, you're right up there, buddy. You're chilling on my roof. So, kind of as well as that, there are a couple of other things. He's a tough one. There we go. There's a couple of other ones, and all of this information, and if you're curious as well to more in-depth information about these guys, there will be a link down below to the wiki page on the wolf, and you can kind of read up more about them. This is only a basic overview as to how they work and what you can do with them. So now we have a couple here. One thing I do want to do is show you how you could dye the collars. So by default it's a red collar. If I use a dye such as lapis, or I think I have some cactus green here as well, and I right click on them, then it will change the colour of their collar. Note that it does use a dye, and you don't get that dye back. So if I revert that to red, I'm not going to get a lapis dye back again. So bear that in mind. So we've got red and we've got green, and I'll just quickly demonstrate. You can bring them back to red, but it does use up another dye. So do bear that in mind. I'm going to use... Oh, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do that. So there we go. So you can dye their collars. That way you can kind of differentiate them a little bit. You can use name tags on them. I have a name tag here. I don't have it renamed though. I wonder if there is an anvil at the blacksmith here that I could use to rename this name tag. I think there might be one out here. It's been such a long time though. Yeah, there is. Last time I was here was a long time ago. It's pretty damaged too, but it will be useful for this, I guess. So we can call one of our wolves a name. So what shall we choose here? I did have one in my LP world that didn't last very long, so I guess we Roger the second. That's not how you spell second. I think we're just gonna go with just plain old Roger, to be honest. There we go. So we named the name tag, and we can get back over here, and we can name them using name tags. That's one of the most common uses of name tags, is actually to name these guys. Bear in mind though, if it dies, one of these wolves dies, and it's had a name tag applied to it, you won't get that name tag back. It's a one-time only use. So I think you need to be Roger. So as you can see now, if I look at him, Roger, and you can kind of see that. Pretty cool. I have some other name tags around, so I'll probably come up with a name for this lady wolf here, because we've got a male wolf. We have a lady wolf. What do you want, chicken? You're disturbing my tutorial. Get out of here. Got a vendetta against chickens. I think everybody has a little vendetta against chickens. But anyway, I'm getting off topic here. Back to the wolves. So... yeah, we need to now talk about healing them. So one of them took some damage here, and it's this one. As you can see, the tail has gone down a little bit, and when the tail is up like that, that means it's healthy. But if it gets low, then you will want to heal them back up, and you can do that through a number of ways. Mainly, it's done through a meat, and that is meat like raw beef, or its cooked variant, or what most people use, and that is rotten flesh. So do bear that in mind here. So as you can see, we healed him back up again. He's back up to full, and that's how you heal them up if they've taken damage. So it's a good use if you have a zombie spawner. You can kind of keep your wolves healthy by feeding them rotten flesh. When they get low, they will start to whine and whimper, so that's a good indicator as well that it is feeding time and that you need to heal them up again. I don't believe at the time of recording this that the hunger of a wolf will go down on its own, and they don't get the hunger effect from eating the rotten flesh, so makes it really, really useful to actually use that to feed these guys. You get a ton of it, and you never use it, so it's definitely worthwhile. So now, let's talk about how you breed them. So you breed them much the same way you heal them, with rotten flesh or meat. Note that healing and breeding does not work with fish of any type. It only works with like proper meat, as you would call it. So if I right click on this guy and then right click on this guy here, the two will breed and we will get a puppy. As you can see, we get A little puppy there. And I believe he is born tamed. You don't have to tame him. Now, they do spawn with low health. As you can see, his tail is down. So you wanna get him up to full there really quick. And as you can see, his tail's gone up. So he will take about a Minecraft day to grow up, and he'll become just like his parents. He will attach to the one that I right-clicked on first. So I think that will be the green one. I think that was the one I right-clicked on first with the rotten flesh. Breeding time's over now, guys. And we've got a visitor here. He's like the paparazzi. He's just waiting for that moment to go down. You're not welcome here, you know that? Okay, so I think that's everything we need to know. I mean, it's very simple to breed these, honestly. This baby wolf here, this puppy, is not going to follow me, but it is going to follow its mother. So if I move, the mother's going to follow me, and thus the baby will follow the mother, if that makes sense. As you can see, they're all running towards me now. Looks like most other baby animals, to be honest. So I guess now what I would like to do is get these guys back to the cottage here, and we can kind of move them into their little kennel that we built at the start of the episode here. So again, they're not, you know, too hard to work with. They're a pretty cool addition. But it's took me way too long to actually tame them and do everything you need to do with these guys, honestly. Episode 96, I should have done it a long time ago. Hopefully they teleport to me. Oh, they're stuck on the outside. Oh, dang it. I don't really want that to happen. Maybe if I go up here, they will teleport. There we go. Okay, so now they're inside here. And go check out your new home, guys. It's all yours. You can play with it. I'm going to sit them down, actually. I don't want them running around everywhere. Although you don't need to be sat down here, my friend. And they will turn, I think, and look at you. Like that. When you have them sat. And you can sit the little guy down as well. And these little guys, they will attack mobs, much like the adults will. But obviously, they have less health. And they're not the best way of moving forward with attacking mobs. So you're best off waiting until he grows up before taking him out to do combat with them. But yeah, I mean, that's wolves. I'm just going to run over everything again here, make a quick recap. So they spawn, obviously, in the taiga, mega taiga, cold taiga, M, and forest biomes. They're obviously found in the wild. You must tame them with bones. You can breed them with any sort of meat, but not fish. And that's also the way you heal them up if they've taken damage. You can dye their collars using different dye. You can name them using name tags. They will follow the player unless told to sit, and there's a couple of other things like go into a different dimension and stuff like that. They will attack hostile mobs if they attack me or if I attack the hostile mob first. And they will do damage to that mob, but bear in mind that the mob will then target the wolf and not me. So then you probably want to get to that hostile mob and kill it as fast as possible so that you don't lose your wolf. And aside from that, we've looked at a little bit at baby wolves as well, and what they like when they're born, and you need to heal them up and stuff of that nature. There's really not that much to it, honestly, but they are a nice addition to the game. They make nice pets. A lot of people refer to them as dogs, and I'll probably start referring to them now as dogs. And they're going to stay here and kind of keep Alfred company in the cottage here. And yeah, I think we're at the end of the episode for today, guys. Next episode, we're going to be looking at the dog's rival, the cat, and ocelots. We're going to look at how you tame those. It will be much the same as today's episode, honestly. How you tame them, and stuff like that. And we'll probably do something cool with those guys as well, and look at the features that they have. I always parkour on the roof of my cottage here. I really shouldn't. So, next episode, as I say, we'll be taking a look at cats. And then after that, I'm not sure what we're going to do. We'll be on episode 97 by then. And I don't want to do too much because I want to fight the Wither in episode 100. So, no doubt, there's plenty of other little things to look at, though. So, yeah, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode, guys, and I hope to see you next time. And until then, me and Alfred say, see you later, and have a good day.